start. There we go. All right. So now I'm live on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Except it's not going to let me modify the title of the stream on YouTube while I'm still streaming. Stream settings. Stream health. That's not what I want. I actually want to change the name of the stream because I'm not doing career coaching on YouTube. YouTube. All right. Well, hello. What's up, RC? Maybe C was there. Westry was there. I'm not sure if anybody else was in chat that I missed, but I'm back. All right. So we're going to get ChatGPT to generate these dynamic images for us. And then we're going to go build that catalog with a CSV file. And then we're going to get the images uploaded over to Heroku to build our Wix catalog, and then we should be good to go from there. So the giveaway drawing for tonight, I said I was going to do like a laser engraved keychain or a 3D printed keychain with your name on it. That'll be the giveaway for tonight. So yeah, get in on the giveaway for sure. If you happen to come by YouTube, this is not what I'm streaming. I'm not streaming career coaching stuff. If you're hanging out on Kick tonight, thanks for dropping by. Got a couple of viewers over on Kick, but hello. Should be good to go over there. We're going to be doing some Python code, so pay attention to this if all else fails. Stream is good. You can hear me. All right, fantastic. Oh, I don't think there's any sound playing in the background. Let me go find some music. Let's see. Go find something semi-mellow to listen to. Let's do some lo-fi. There we go. All right, so now we got some music going in the background. Yeah, OBS was just being a serious pain in the butt. I had to like stop and reboot everything and start everything all over again. So apologies for all that. All right, well let's get this party started. I need to go find the CSV file that I was using to go generate everything. There's that file. Okay, cool. All right, so let me go over to this screen. We'll show you kind of what I'm going to. Kick is a Twitch competitor. So if you go over to kick.com, it's like another Twitch, but they do a 95-5 revenue split instead of 50-50 if people subscribe. So if people subscribe over on Kick, then we'll have a much higher like flow of money into the fundraiser and stuff. So but yeah, if anybody's on Kick or on YouTube and you want to participate in the giveaway, you do need to come over to Twitch because the giveaway thing that you see, the giveaway message that you see over here on the screen will only work on Twitch. So let me go change that in Twitch chat to enter the giveaway. And I will shrink that up slightly so it will not collide. There we go. All right, so let me go find all my screens again. So my browser is going to be, that one, but now it says it can't find it. Nope, not that one. Products, there we go. Okay, so that's that browser window. So this will be where I'm going to upload that catalog later. And then we've got our VS Code. And so this is kind of the agenda that I want to work with. So we're going to work with ChatGPT to get it to kind of come up with this sort of idea where for each ping graphic that we find, I've already gone through and I've filtered out all of these, so that's already taken care of. So we want to assume that everything's going to be on a horizontal layout. So again, I've got two different kinds of things that I laser etch. I've either got like a vertical style or I have a horizontal style. And Wix.com will only show square images. And so if it's longer, it cuts it off on the sides. If it's too tall, it cuts it off top and bottom. So I want to basically make a Python script that's going to go build square images out of all of these, but we're also going to overlay it on like a wood plank as well. So it'll kind of look like a wood engraving, sort of, kind of ish. It might look a little janky and creepy, but whatever. So we basically want to say if it's taller, then we want to rotate the background to be a vertical plank instead. And then we're going to overlay the text on top of the background. We're going to add padding so that it's perfectly square. and then we're going to save that as a new file. So that's what we're going for. So this is the original catalog code that I wrote, and this is going through and it's looking at all the images that I have, and this is actually now going to look in a source folder because I moved that. And we're going to be adding the code in here. So this is basically how we have to build the CSV file for Wix in order to do this. And that output path is going to be something like image or something like that. I think I made it. And that's where all the image files are going to go. I think. No, we need to change source to be /image, I believe. Something like that. I'll need to figure that out. But this is the path where the files are actually going to go on Heroku. And so in here, this is where we're basically saying, go find all of the files that we wanted to find, and now go build the dynamic stuff out of that. So we're going to get ChatGPT to help us out with this. So let's go back over to the browser, and we're going to get ChatGPT started here. So we're going to go over to ChatGPT. I'm going to go log in, and we're going to say write Python code using the Pillow library to overlay one ping image over another. So it's going to be something like this. Now I already have some of the Pillow stuff in a virtual environment. I'm going to have to go make sure that I've got that going. But basically what we've got here is we're opening both of these images. We're going to look at the size and so on. It looks like it's going to do some resizing to make sure that they fit. We're going to start a third image, which is the result, and then we're going to paste these other ones over top of that, I think, and then we're going to save that. So this is roughly what we're going to go for in here. So we get the size of the base image using the size, resize the overlay image so it's the same size. That's the other thing that we're going to have to do here, because the wood plank picture that I have is going to be a different overall size than the source images that we have. So let me show you what some of those are going to look like. Let me pull up a folder here and I'll show you what we're dealing with. So I've got this wood sign.ping, and it's literally just a plank of wood. I got this off of Canva. So that's an example of that. And then on the folder path where I've got all of these images of things that I'm going to be doing for the giveaway, as well as just things that I want to be able to sort of sell online. Let's do like a funny old age kind of thing. And so we've got these images which are based on the year. So this would be an example of a vertical sign. And so one of the things I have to do is I have to rotate this wood sign 90 degrees so that it looks vertical, and then we want to overlay this over top of it. So these templates that I've got, they've got a whole bunch of these made with a different year, and they're all different, slightly different things. They don't all say age to perfection, but the one from my birth year says I'm aged to perfection. So, but this is the kind of thing that we want to pull in dynamically, put it over top of this, and then save that as a third image. Now this picture is 1500 by 1000. This picture is 4700 by 6200. So this one's much, much, much larger than the wood sign. And so we have to resize these, and then we have to figure out the buffer of, either on the sides or above and below. So we're basically going to have a third blank image that we need to make, and we're going to overlay these on top of that third image. So we're probably going to get the Pillow script to generate that initial file, the initial square file, and I'll probably just make it 1500 by 1500. And then we'll overlay the wood sign so that it'll have like a buffer top and bottom or a buffer left and right. And then we'll shrink this down to be approximately 90% of whatever that 1500 by 1000 image is, whether it's horizontal or vertical. And then we'll overlay this over the wood plank, because all of these ping images are also transparent. So what you're seeing here is a white background will actually be a transparent background. And it'll overlay that over onto the wood, and then hopefully look like an actual laser engraved sign. That's what we're aiming for today. So that's where we're going to go with this. So we'll see how far we get with this, kind of as we go. So for each ping graphic, I want to make sure that they are also transparent and stuff. If not, I have all the SVG files, but the Pillow library cannot use SVG files. There's a third-party library that I think that we might be able to use that can bring an SVG and turn it into more of a bitmap style image instead of a vector image and overlay that over the wood plank. So we'll have to tinker with it a little bit because Wix.com will only show JPEG, PNG, and I think GIF images. It will not show vector art, so I can't use SVG files on Wix.com anyway. So one way or another, I'm going to have to convert the SVG maybe. But this is the kind of thing that we're going to aim for. So let's go back over to our ChatGPT window and see what it had over here. So we're going to import our Pillow library, and we're going to grab the image code out of that. So we're going to put that up here. Nope, wrong one. All right. And then when I go run this, it's probably going to complain that I don't have that. So I might have to go update that. Let's search real quick for that. So apt search Python Pillow. Pill image tk, I think. Yep. All right, so sudo apt install Python 3 pil image tk. All right, so I'll get that uploading or downloading in the background and get that installed. And then we can continue to work on our script over here. So again, this is where I'm looking through a folder directory here. And right now it's trying to find every SVG file. In this case, though, I actually want to find all the ping graphics instead. And then this is just going to build a list of all of those files. I'm not going to worry about the function name right now. But then what we want to do is for each one of those, we're going to have the full disk path. And so I need to change the source path into an image path instead, because the output file needs to be IMG. At least, oh, sorry, that's to grab the tag. The tag is basically the folder name. So like the thing that we're in right now is called old age for that age-based image that we had. Just realized I'm not showing the code editor here. So we're going to need to pull that in. So yeah, we're going to need to do a little bit of manipulation here as we go, but we'll get that sorted out. So what the code's doing right now is it's going through, it's finding all of the ping graphics, and it's basically going to make an array of the directory path and the file name, and then just the file name. For reasons. You'll see all that kind of as we go. So the first thing I want to do is grab the tag. The tag is going to come out of the directory path. So this is where we're going to change mount D giveaway. What did I call it? Source, I think. Source underscore images. And I basically want to strip all of that out so that it'll leave me with just, old underscore age. And then that should be my tag. So let me go also open up a terminal in here so that you can see what I do in the terminal kind of as we go. So let's do a terminal. And I don't want PowerShell, I want Ubuntu. All right, so if I go over to mount D giveaways, inside here I've got my source images. And then inside of here, this is where I've got all of the different sort of categories of these images. So the one that I just showed with my name and the year or whatever is in a folder called old age. And then I've got like little plant stakes, which look like kind of cake toppers, where it's like something that you sort of carve out of the wood, and it's got the little stick on the bottom. And then we've just got signs for sarcasm and stuff like that. The plant stakes I might remove from here because they're not going to work well on that wood plank. So I might do that, and the coasters might also look a little weird doing this. So I'm probably going to remove those for now. But we'll deal with that later on. Otherwise, we got quotes about family and coffee and autism support and inspirational quotes and things like that. Now the autism ones are partly in color and black and white, so when I laser engrave them, they'll just be black. So we might have to figure out whether those are actually going to work. I don't know. We could probably get the Pillow library to just convert everything to a single color, but we'll kind of play this as we go. Thanks, Westry, for dropping by. Cool. Well, let's dive in and see what we got going on. If you're hanging out on Kick, feel free to say hi in chat. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to say hi on YouTube. We do have one person on YouTube. Anthony, thank you for the stream. Would it be possible to discuss a bit about Python regex? Sure. Yeah, I'd be happy to chat about regular expressions. It's been a minute since I've done regular expressions in Python, but I've done a lot of regular expression stuff over the years. But yeah, by all means, feel free to drop those questions in. I will pay attention to the YouTube chat kind of as we go. So yeah, by all means, drop that in chat as we go. Cool. Otherwise, I got all three of my chat windows kind of going here underneath me. Eventually, I do want to figure out a way of like collecting all of the chat, dump it all through Discord, and then have Discord show up like over here in OBS. Because right now, OBS is only showing us Twitch chat. Also, Anthony, if you want to get in on the daily giveaway, you will need to come over to Twitch if you have a Twitch account. You can follow the channel over on Twitch, and you can do !giveaway, and that'll get you in the daily giveaway. Every entry in the daily giveaway is going to give you an entry to the monthly giveaway. And the monthly giveaway is this really cool 3D printed dragon. You can kind of see the pieces behind me. I started disassembling it so I can do more airbrushing on it. But that'll be ready by the end of the month, and that'll be given away on May 2nd. And then I got another one going here in resin, and the resin one is turning out really, really nice. I did some sanding, got all the parts fitted, and this one's a commission. I also put this together. So this is a little engraved sign that I've kind of cut out of the wood in the past. But I went through and I spray painted the back piece black, the middle piece white, and then I did a gradient rainbow color, which is this really cool reflective paint that I'm using on the dragons. So it's got kind of a cool, like sparkle pearlescent kind of color in. So I just went through with different colors of paint, just a couple of drops of paint in the airbrush cup, and did a little welcome sign with that. So that kind of stuff's pretty fun. I might do that as a giveaway at some point. Bonus idea, something to combine the chat and have a username table. So if usernames are different between services, they show as one username. It's not often that I would have one person chatting on multiple platforms at the same time. But yeah, some way of, I mean, it would be really hard to prove that uniqueness, but we'll figure it out. But yeah, Anthony, by all means, drop your questions in YouTube. Totally fine. But if you do want to get in on the giveaway, you'll need to come over to Twitch, at least to do the giveaway command. Then you can go back to YouTube. I mean, by all means, please keep watching on YouTube, one way or the other. But if you want in on the giveaway, especially if you're on Kick as well, if you want to get in the giveaway, you have to come over to Twitch because Kick doesn't have an API yet for chat. All right, cool. Let's dive in. So we're gonna have our list of all of our images here, and then for each of those, I need to grab just the last folder name. So I've got my directory path. I could split it by the slash and just grab the last element out of that. Let's do this. We're going to do path is file 0. Path and file is file 1. And just the file name is file 2. I think that's going to make it a little bit easier for me to kind of differentiate. All right, so the tag is going to come from the path where I'm stripping out Mount D giveaway source images, and that should give me just that last piece of like season summer or plant stakes or kitchen quotes or whatever. And then I want to be able to count these because Wix needs me to have a unique handle ID for everything that I upload. And so what I want to do is I want to say, like, I want to take all the images that are in old age or sarcasm or coffee, and I want to number them kind of as we go. So I'm saying if that tag doesn't already exist in a hash that I'm tracking, then add it to the hash, and now just add 1 to whatever that thing is in the hash. This is a little bit shorter way of, instead of needing to do an if-else, saying if it's not there, set it to 1. If it is there, add 1. This is basically saying if it's not there, set it to 0. And then whether it was there or not, we're just going to add 1 to it. So it's either initializing it as 0 or it was already there and it's just adding 1 to that number. So that's going to give me my product ID basically from that. So we're going to take the tag and then we're going to take that counter and we're going to put that together and that's going to be my product ID. From here, I need to grab the name of, and this is going to be my file name. So from my file name, I want to replace, in this case, we were grabbing Ping Graphics. And I want to be able to strip that off just to get the name of the catalog item. But then I also need to replace all of the underscores with a space character. So we'll do that to get the, we'll call this like product name. So we're going to put that down here and that will be product name. And then I'm not going to be changing the file name anymore, but this is where we want to do the pillow code to actually do that combination of all those images for us. So the first thing we need to do here is we need to make a new 1500 by 1500 Ping graphic with the Python image library. See if Copilot's smart enough to do that. Set the background color to white. Sure, why not? We're not going to worry about text color, but I do want Copilot to actually make that file for us. It's not going to do it. Come on, really? So we'll do base image equals image dot new. There we go. All right. So I figured out the dimensions, figured out the colors and the alpha. So now we've got our base image. Now we want to overlay the wood plank, but I need to know whether the original image dimensions, whether it's wider or taller. So I need to find the maximum width or height of the text that's going to go on top. So the file name that we're dealing with here, I need to grab that file name. I need to go open that file so that I can get those dimensions. So I'm going to do the text image, and this is where we're going to open, the path file, and then I want to get the width and height from the text image dot size. I love Copilot for doing this kind of stuff. So that then should give us the width and height. So now I want to say if the width is greater than our height, then I need to rotate the wood sign image 90 degrees. What I might do is open that file outside of this loop and just do that one time. And so I want to do my wood image is going to be image.open. Wow. I love that it's like locating all this stuff for me. Except I didn't call it wood.ping, it was wood_sign. And I'm going to call this one vertical wood image. And then I want to do the same thing again. I'm going to call this one horizontal. And then that one I need to rotate. So now I want to rotate horizontal image by 90 degrees. And there is a command to do that with the image library. And there it is. All right, so the horizontal one actually is not the one that I want to rotate. I actually want to rotate the vertical one. So we will do vertical wood image is going to be our vertical wood image, and we're going to rotate that 90 degrees. Vertical wood image. All right. So that way we only have to do the wood image one time and it's loaded and it's ready to go. Yep, typo. Cool, just want to pay attention to all my chat windows here as I work. All right. So now that we've got that, now we need to figure out if the width is greater than the height, then I want to use the horizontal wood sign. So I want to do like the sign image is going to equal my horizontal wood image. But in this case, if my height is greater than my width, then I want to use the other one instead. I want to say sign image is equal to my vertical wood image instead. All right, cool. So now I need to, I should actually, you know what I should do? I should make this one a little bit bigger just to give it a bit of buffer on either side. 1700 by 1700. And then I want to place this sign image smack in the middle based on that. So if this is the case, then so my sign image is going to be 1500 by 1000 if it's horizontal. If I'm using the vertical one, it's going to be the other way around. It'll be 1000 by 1500. And so my padding here, my padding left, right is going to be, well, it'll be 200. Well, it'll be 100 on either side. And then the padding top and bottom is going to be 250. Yeah. And then these will be the opposite if it's vertical. So I think I can uncomment these. Carrasco1342, thanks for the follow. Welcome on in. Doing a little bit of Python code for an e-commerce site that I'm building up that's also going to be used for our giveaway. So feel free, down here you'll see some text that says use !giveaway in chat to enter the giveaway. Every entry on the daily giveaway is going to give you an entry into the monthly giveaway. Nice, sweet. So yeah, thanks for coming in. All right, so that's going to be our padding. So then we need to know, we need to overlay the wood sign onto our background, and then we're going to overlay the text on top of that still. Now, the other thing that we need to do is we need to figure out the scale of this width and height to fit within the 1500 by 1000. So also, if it's horizontal, I need to scale this. I might still need an if-else in here, just so I can calculate these things properly. So I'm going to throw an else in here, just in case. And I will say, if the height is greater than the width, otherwise if the height and width are equal or it's wider, then we'll do a horizontal. But either way, I need to know the dimensions of what we're resizing to. So here I want to take the width and I want to set it to be like 90% of 1000 based on the current width. So I need to figure out the ratio of the current width and height so that it will fit within, I guess this way, because we know it's a horizontal, or this case it'll be vertical. So I need the width of it to be a maximum of 900 wide. So I need to scale width to 900 pixels. And then, and keep the, what do they call it? The aspect ratio of the height the same. So I need to know what the scale difference is. So the scale is going to be based on 900 divided by width, or the other way around. So if my width is 2000, well, let's say the width is 9000. I need to bring it down to 10%. So then the height will also be 10% of the original height. Does that sound right? Something like that. Winsing19, thanks for dropping by. Welcome in. Good to see you as well. Feel free to do !giveaway. We'll do that drawing in a little while. Once we start getting some of these images up, we'll have the catalog ready to go, and you're going to go pick from the catalog. So if you get chosen for the giveaway, you're going to go pick from this catalog something to laser engrave. But actually tonight's giveaway, I did say I was going to make like a little 3D printed keychain with your name on it, or a laser engraved keychain, either with your name on it or some kind of cool design. So you'll get to choose whether you want it 3D printed or like cut out of a laser kind of thing. And so I've got these little wood planks that are like, I don't know, 2 or 3 millimeters thick. And so I'll either engrave your name on it and make like just a small keychain. It won't be this size, obviously. It'll be, probably 2 inches by an inch or so. And I'll either engrave your name on it or engrave whatever you want on it. We'll talk about that offline. And then, yeah, you'll get that as a giveaway. I'll mail it out to you. And it's open worldwide. So don't feel shy about me shipping stuff. If you are international, I'll probably get you to split the shipping with me, depending on where you are internationally. So the scale is going to be 900 divided by the width, and then so we'll set the width to 900, and then the height is going to be height times the scale. Yeah. That's if it's vertical. If it's horizontal, we need to do the opposite. So the scale is going to be 1,000, actually it'd be 1,400 divided by the height. I feel like I'm getting messed up on this. We'll figure it out. So in this case, the width is going to be 1,400. Oh no, it'll still be based on the width. Yeah, I think this is going to work out okay. Can you ask it to use consts for the dimensions? I mean, Python doesn't really strictly have constants. Picked up a package today, and the sender is... Don't leave us hanging, Wincing. Who's the package from? Or was it from me? If you got a package from me, then yay. So I think this is what we want to do. Python consts are basically globals. Picked up a package today. The sender is for me. Yep, haven't opened it yet, but I think I figured out what it is. Sweet. Is it a big giant box, or is it a smaller box, or was it a flat envelope? But yeah, feel free to open it up and hit me up on the socials. Post a picture on the socials. Hit me up on Twitter. I also use the same username on Instagram. Feel free to tag me on any of those platforms if you want to take a picture of it. I don't think you would have gotten the dragon yet. No, it's a different person that got the dragon. Trying to remember what Winsing19 got. But hello, Winsing. Thanks for dropping by. I might print out these values, and then I'll have it process one, and then I'm going to have it exit. So I'll import sys, and then we'll just do a sys exit here. So we'll process one of them, and then we'll print this stuff out. So I want to print scale is scale, width is width, height is height. I want to know the original height and width as well. So I'll do all that before I adjust those. And then we'll do an after on these. Just to see how that goes. So if I go through here and I do Python 3, see, this is going to be under mount E, my drive, E, my drive, giveaways, engraver, sorry. Come on. Oh, it didn't print anything. Oh, because I'm in the wrong folder path, maybe? No, it didn't print anything. Did it not find any images? Oh, source images. That's why. I was looking at the wrong path. There we go. All right. So what did we have here? We had the original width of 1500 by 1000. Wait, really? Text image would have been my path file. Let's print that out as well. Print path file. And then we want to print out yeah, it looks like it's scaled properly. So recognize that it should be a horizontal wood. Oh, no, I don't want the wood sign. I don't want to pick that one up. I need to tell it to skip the wood sign. Let me just move that one into a different folder maybe. Oops, no, I don't want it in there. I want it in here. All right. No, I still don't want wood sign. Why is that still there? Source images. Okay, I don't want that one. Let's try this again. No such file. I don't want that one in the first place. Oh, because now I can't find the actual wood file. So that one's not going to be in here anymore. Okay, so I'll figure out this other error here in a minute. Okay, so this looks better. So this one affirmation, it's enormous. We want it to fit. It is wider than it is tall. So I want to set the width to this, and then the height is going to be that instead. So that should give us a nice width and height, provided that the... I'm suspicious about this because I think that the pillow library, when you do .size, I think it might give you the height first and not the width, because most of these affirmations are taller than they are wide. So let me go look at this one here real quick. Just eyeball it. Is it really wider than tall? It is actually that wide by that tall. Okay, so yeah, it did it right. Cool. All right, so we're in good shape so far. All right, Winsing says, I'm excited. It's a 6x5. I think it's a collaborative giveaway from another streamer. Oh, Winsing. Yeah. I know what you got. If I remember right, it's this mug that you got from Amish Ace. I think because I gifted one of these mugs in Amish Ace's channel. So I think it's this. It might be a different color than the blue one, but I'm pretty sure it's this. So yeah, feel free to pop that open. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it came from... if it came from Ian Douglas LLC, it would have been a 6-inch by 6-inch by 6-inch box, and it would be a dragon, probably. Oh, no, I know what it is. It's a koozie. It's one of the koozies, Winsing. It's one of these. It's one of these Amish Ace koozies, and this will actually change color as it gets warm. So if I hold it down by my heater for a moment. Yeah, it won't get warm enough fast enough, I think. Let me turn up the heat. There you go. You can kind of see it here. Well, sort of, kind of. You can see it's lighter color here than it is back here. It's basically one of the color changing koozies that I made for Amish Ace. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what you got in the mail. I've got one left. He was supposed to do a raffle draw for it. I think tomorrow night. So that person's gonna get this one. And then I think Krusty sent him a whole bunch as well. So BRB gonna move back to a real computer. Sounds good. Okay, so we got the dimensions right. It recognizes that it's wider than it is tall, so it's resizing everything. But the height is going to be too big. The height needs to be less than 1,000. So if it's wider than it is tall, I need to adjust the height. I need the scale to be based on the height. So this is going to need to be 1,000 divided by the height. And then we're going to set the height to be 1,000. And we're going to set the width accordingly. So if we run this again, we get that same image. Oh, sorry, I need the height to be 900. Set that to 900. There we go. Just that way we've got a little bit of padding on either side. Okay, so now it'll be 1140 wide, 900 tall. So that aspect ratio still looks good. So a scale of 22%. Cool. All right. So then we need to tell the Pillow library to actually scale the image so that it can start overlaying all these things. So now we have the height and the width. So now we need to tell to scale the image to the new height and width. There we go. And then we want to overlay the wood sign on the base image on top of base image. So that's going to paste our sign image on top of our... Oh, I don't want to paste the sign on top of the sign. Oh no, I think that's what we want. And then we want to overlay the text on top of the base image as well. So text image. So the padding is basically the offsets that we need here. But we're going to need to adjust these as well for... Okay, this is actually going to be the offset of... Sorry, I need to actually grab these. So the padding for the top, or the left, right, and the top, bottom, that's actually going to be here for the wood sign. This is basically going to adjust as well by... How much? 50 pixels? Ooh, that's going to adjust based on whether it was horizontal or vertical. This one we're going to have to figure out some sort of scale as well. So we need like a top left. Or sorry, we need a left right offset and a top bottom offset as well. So we'll figure that out next. 86 Carrera, good to see you. Working on the catalog for the giveaways. I am indeed. So basically I've got all of these templates that I can do, and they're either vertical templates or they're horizontal templates. And so what we're doing is we're dynamically grabbing the template file. We're going to overlay that over a picture of just a wood panel, and then we're going to make a square image out of that because the Wix catalog will only show square images by default until you actually click on it, and then you can kind of pan around and see the whole thing. And so I need to make square images out of all of these, but I wanted to put them on like a wood background so it kind of looks a little bit like a wood engraved sign. It might look kind of janky, but we're gonna see what we can do with it here. And so we're just figuring out all the offsets of where to like overlay these things on top of each other so that it's like kind of centered on the wood panel, and the wood panel is centered on the square image. And then we can flatten all of that and save that as an output file. And then we should be good to go. So that's the hope anyway. So now I got to figure out the left and right offset and the top bottom offset based on the height and the width of the image. Thankfully, that should be pretty straightforward to calculate. And it's got it right there. And the top bottom offset is also going to be the same thing. Ta-da. Ta freaking da. All right, so let's print those out as well. So we'll print that and we'll print that. I love Copilot, man. It's just doing all the work for me here. This is fantastic. All right, so we'll print all this out. So then we can actually see like what these offsets are going to be. So the height is going to be 900. So from 1700 to 900, that difference is 600. So the top bottom offset, wait, no, 1700 minus 900 is 800. 800 divided by 2 is 400. Yeah. So this should be correct. Yeah. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're good. So far we're good. I think. We'll see once we flatten it. We'll take a look at kind of the output and we'll see what this does. So now we want to flatten that base image. So now I want to write base image to disk. So it's asking where we're writing the file to, but we don't want the whole disk path. But it's asking us where we want to put the output. And I think I had the output in a path called img. And then, oh, we could do it as a product ID.ping. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do that. So it's got a format string on there and everything for me. All right, so now I'm going to take, oh, no, I still need the path. I still need the path in there. I mean, I could put everything just in one giant folder, but there's like 800 of these images. That's why I'm scripting this up, because I don't want to go through and do this manually for 800 images. So yeah, we're taking a look at ways of doing all this stuff dynamically, just to make life a little bit easier for us here. So, let's see. What's up, GBav and Hezbollah? Good to see you over on Kick. If you want to get on the giveaway, you will need to come over to Twitch. The exclamation point giveaway command that you see down here will only work on Twitch chat until Kick gives us an API. So if you want to get in on the giveaway, you're welcome to swing by Twitch real quick, do giveaway, and then go back and watch on Kick. But Hezbollah, feel free to throw me a follow over on Kick as well. Try and build up the audience over there as well. Every time I stream, I'm going to stream over there. So feel free to throw me a follow over there. You don't have to sub, but feel free to give me a follow. I would appreciate it. But yeah, get on the giveaway over here on Twitch for sure. We'll draw that once we start getting the catalog images done and like uploaded. Then we'll actually draw for the giveaway. We'll get all these things dynamically generated. We'll get them all pushed up to Heroku, and we'll go from there. Should be a good time. And then hopefully the catalog will be done at that point. All right, so we're writing this, but I need the original path name other than this. So it's not image here anymore. So the old path, this is what we had as the original path. I just want to replace source images with just img at that point. So I need to take path and replace that down here. So this will be new path is going to equal my old path. Where we replace source images with just img. And this will be our new path / and then our product ID. I think we'll just go with that. So now the URL, then I'm not going to need to do that replacement anymore. This will just be URL. But the URL now is going to be /image /product ID.ping. No, I need the path in there too. Shoot. Oh, dang it. I also want to change, I don't want to remove all of this. I just want to change image to be, or sorry, it's coming in from source. Source image, or source images, I forget. I forget what I did in my own code now. Source images. I'm going to change it to IMG. And then the path that we're going to have here, that's our tag actually, because we grabbed the tag based off the subfolder name. So that should be all we need, I hope. We'll kind of eyeball it once we get this thing built. So it's going to do one and then exit the script for us. So let's see if we get rid of that error at the bottom. All right, so we made an image. We got a failure trying to output something. Oh, UEL. Helps if you spell things properly. All right, so I think that worked. So let's go look at our output image folder. That was in affirmations. We have affirmations 1. Oh, so close. Everybody, we got really, really close. So let me show you what the original one was, and I'll show you what the result was. So we go to source images. We're so close. This was like really, really, really close. So the original image looks like this. Every cell in my body vibrates with gratitude. And this is what it made. So we're so close. So the wood sign is off a little bit. The wood sign didn't get perfectly centered on here. I think the wood sign got shrunk a little bit because it's also putting this margin on the left and the right. I kind of want the wood sign to go like right to the edge here and here. And I think if I do that, I think the offset of the top and bottom of that will be what I want it to be. But hey, we got really, really close. We made a white square image. We got the wood sign on there. We got kind of what the engraving is going to look like on top of it. I just need to resize the wood sign properly and get it laid in there properly. And then I think we'll be good to go. So we did say that this thing was going to be 1700 by 1700. So I think I want it to be 1500 instead. So we won't have a buffer on either side. We'll get rid of that buffer. We know the wood sign is going to be 1500. Because the wood sign should already be 1500 by 1000, yeah. So that wood sign is already exactly what it needs to be. Where that gets overlaid might be a little different. Maybe it's how that's being overlaid on the base image that's wrong. So where we overlay that, we have the padding left and right, padding top and bottom. So that's actually going to be, that's different. So the padding top and bottom is based on, oh no, that was right. Oh, it was based on 1500 by 1500, or 1500 by 1000, not the 1700. So these values were wrong. I think if I run it again, that image is going to look right. That's better. We're close. So it changed the image to this. So this is what it used to be. Sorry, I just realized I'm not showing you my browser window. Browser. So this is what it made last time. So it had the little white on the outside because it was making it 1700 by 1700. Now I told it to make it 1500 by 1500, but it's still offset this a little bit, but we're much, much closer for sure. Vertically, it's centered. Horizontally, it's off by 50 pixels or so. So we need to fix that. So the padding left and right, it's not going to be 100. It's actually, if it's vertical, no, if it's horizontal, there's no padding. Same thing here. If it's vertical, there's no padding. All right, I think that'll fix it. Still seeing code, yeah. Sorry, RC, thanks. Now you're seeing the browser instead of the code. Yep, I know. I gotta get better at like going back and forth between them. I wish OBS had a way of saying like whatever active window I'm in, like just show that one in OBS so I don't have to go in and change the source back and forth all the time. But so I ran that and I come back here and I reload. There we go. So now that wood sign is centered exactly where I want it to be on here. So we got just the right amount of padding top and bottom. That part's good. That part's done. We're good to go there. Now what we need to do is we need to get the actual sign centered a little bit better. It's too far on the left and too far down on the top. So we need to get that positioned a little bit better. All right, so let's go figure that out in the code. So those offsets are a little bit off based on these top and bottom. So that's putting the sign on the base. That's correct. Where we put the text image is not going to be based on these offsets anymore because we made this 1500. That's why we changed that size. So maybe that's going to work now. We'll run that again. Back over to our browser, reload that image. Haha, yeah. There's our engraving. And if I pull up the CSV file that gets made from all of this now, here's our CSV file. This is the file name that it made here. This is what's going to get uploaded over to Heroku. So we should be good to go there. It's got the tag for the affirmation and so on. The one thing that's a little weird is the file name doesn't have the whole saying because the people that designed these signs didn't make the file name like the whole phrase. So that's one thing that's going to look a little weird. I'm going to have to go in and like manually change those, which is a lot more effort. There's not going to be an easy way of doing that. So yeah, we'll throw some cheers in there. Actually, the cheer command should have done that. Why didn't the cheer command? Oh, I didn't start StreamerBot. That's why the cheer command didn't work. A6 Career, if you do the cheer command again, it should do the cheer command. If you want to try that again. Yeah, I had to restart. Because I had to reboot and it shut everything down on me and I forgot to restart. There we go. All right. Sweet. Okay, so in theory now, if I come back over to code, so I built that properly. So in theory, if I come in here and I remove this exit, it should go through and just build all of our images for us. In theory. Let's do it. Let's see how long it takes. I'm going to remove these print statements. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna comment out the print statements for now. I have a feeling though that something's gonna go wrong, and I'm gonna yeah, the pew pew command. It's still sitting over there. I don't have a camera on it yet, and so the thing's not plugged in to actually show the pew pew. But that was fun to build. So for those that don't know, I basically took the Lego trench run set from Star Wars, and I bought a light kit for it. And so some of the lights are on there, but the lights are on like solid all the time. And so what I did is I hooked up some of the lights to a Raspberry Pi that when you do the pew pew command, it would actually make some of the lights blink as if they were actually shooting at the ship. So that was fun. The bot sounds are not going through OBS. You heard it lightly through the microphone. Really? Do the pew pew command for me again. Do the pew pew command for me again in chat. Pretty please. Because that's coming through desktop audio instead of the StreamerBot audio. But it should have been played through StreamerBot. I think I need to tell StreamerBot where to send the audio. Audio output is set to default. Which it should be. but in OBS, sorry, scroll for a second. On the global, on the audio for StreamerBot, it's supposed to be doing audio capture from StreamerBot. Oh. Let's try that again, shall we? Do the pew pew command for me.
You now.
There we go. So that's coming through properly. I updated StreamerBot, and OBS was still looking for an old version of StreamerBot to be able to. And that audio is probably ridiculously loud too, so I'll turn that one down. All right. All right, unscroll. Let's get back to where we were going. So what I wanted to do is comment out these bits of code, but my worry is that something's going to fail, and I'm going to wish I had the print statements to know like what failed and why. All right, we'll go watch some Lord of the Rings here.
Defeat, Saruman is dangerous. I've heard enough. Shoot him. Stick an arrow in his gut.
Classic. Love it. All right. I think that killed my Spotify though. Did it kill my Spotify? What happened to my Spotify? Come back, Spotify. There it goes. Weird. What was that about a scroll? Yeah, at least not as bad as getting me to play some Mario game, right? All right. Cool, let's go run the whole thing. I'm going to see how long it's going to take to go dynamically build 800 plus images. Actually, probably fewer than that, but we'll see what we get. We should be able to watch the CSV file being built as it goes. Oh, it's not for some reason. Is it really going to wait till the very end to write my CSV file? I think it will because I'm using a with statement for the CSV, aren't I? Yeah, so it's got to wait for everything to finish before it'll actually write the CSV data. So if it crashes, we won't see any CSV data. Oh, but look at that, we have CSV data. CSV data coming in, all right, sweet. Cool, so we got all the affirmation ones coming in. Let's go take a peek through some of those while that's working. Let's go back over to the browser. I just want to pull up some of these and see if there are any in kind of a vertical format. And we can make sure the vertical ones are coming in properly. Oh no, the vertical ones are off. All right, we need to go fix the vertical ones. This is what the vertical ones are looking like. Oops. So it's centered the template properly, but the wood panel is not centered properly. So we need to go fix how the wood panel is being set on the base image in vertical mode. Well, we're almost there. And it's working decently quickly for generating the pictures that we need. All right, so we need to go figure out the padding in vertical mode. So in vertical mode, if the height is greater than the width, oh, these are wrong. These are backwards. This should be 250 and this should be 0. There we go. All right, so we go back over to the browser. Eventually, I should just be able to reload this image. There we go. So there's our vertical format. And so now we've got square images for horizontal and vertical templates for everything that we need. So also, if I just pull this off of here, then we can just go browse what's actually being built. So these are the autism ones. These ones will get fixed eventually. But these are the autism awareness ones. Some of these are really, really cool. So the vertical ones should get fixed now that we fix that other thing. Oh, that one's like way off though. So we'll have to go in and kind of eyeball some of these because it looks like some of them are not working properly. Yeah, that one's way off. What the heck? Okay. So we'll figure that out. So these are the beach ones. Walking the beach is always a good idea. What? No, that's like way, way off. What the heck? Let me go check out chat because I missed something apparently. Thanks, RC, for reposting. I was supposed to finish this Lego. Yeah. If only there were some constants so the offset calculations were updated too. Well, they are being updated though. Maybe 1700 was the right size. No, because the square white image is now 1500 by 1500. The wood plank is 1500 by 1000, so it will give us 100 pixels of white on either side, either left and right if it's vertical or top and bottom if it's horizontal. And for the most part, like the vertical ones are coming out okay, but like that one's way too tall. Like that one, it should have shrunk down even more based on the height. So I wonder, I think I just need to do one other check that if I set the width to be 900 pixels wide, if the height is still greater than 1400, then I need to scale it by the height of it instead. And maybe the same thing on the horizontal ones. If I set it to 1400 wide and it's still too tall, then I need to base it off the height ratio instead. So I think I just need to do one more check that if one of the boundaries is off, that we correct for that. And sure enough, we got could be decompression bomb, DOS attack. Nice. It thinks I'm attacking my own system here. So it doesn't like the fact that these images are that big. Exceeds a limit. Oh. No, the base image should always be the same. Oh no, I think I know what's happening here. We're constantly, well, no, the base image, we're making a new base image every time. I was worried that it was making the base image once and that it was constantly adding the stuff to the base image over and over and over again. But no, we're recreating that every time. Okay, so we need to go back and fix this. So once we figured this out, I need to double check that in vertical mode, if the height is still greater than 1500, then the new scale is going to be based on 1400 in the height. Set that to 1400 and the width is now going to be the width times the scale. And then we want to do the same thing here for horizontal mode. That if our width is greater than 1500, then the scale is going to be 1400 divided by my width. Width will be set to 1400 and the height will be adjusted by the scale. The other thing I think I'm going to want to do, let me stop this real quick because I want to go grab the, oh shoot, it's throwing a warning. It's not throwing an exception. I wish I could capture the exception to know which file is causing this so that I can go correct for that file. We'll figure that out in a minute. I did a memcache attack on my own server. I mean, I don't know if that's what it was complaining about. Like, I don't think it was. It's just decompression. So ping graphics are compressed, and so I think it's decompressing the ping files so that they can overlay and whatever. And I think that when it's decompressing something, it's too big. But this is like 100 megabytes. I don't think any of my images are nearly that big. Like even the ping graphics that are like 5,000 by 5,000 pixels, that are just black and white, so they shouldn't be that big. I don't think they're that large because like all 800 of these templates only take up like 300 megabytes of space. What you're referencing, memcache, use a DDoS stack. Oh. I haven't heard about that one. I'll double check on that one. Anthony, if you're still watching over on YouTube, you were going to ask a question about Python regular expressions. Feel free to drop that in chat if you're still hanging out with us. And if you're watching over on Kick, hello on Kick. Thanks for stopping by. I got a couple of viewers over there. Feel free to come over to Twitch if you want to enter the giveaway. We got a handful of folks in the giveaway. We'll do that drawing here shortly because I want to get all these images uploaded to Heroku. We'll build our Wix catalog, and then you'll be able to choose from that. Or if you want a keychain, I will do a laser engraved keychain, either with your name on it or like some cool stylistic designs that I found. Or I'll make you a 3D printed keychain with your name or like some word, because they're only like 2 inches by an inch. They're not enormous. But if you want like your name on it, or you want like car keys or something like that on the keychain, let me know, and I'll design something up for you, and I'll get that printed. So yeah, we'll do that drawing here in a little bit. All right, so if we go through and we reload this now, there we go. Hey, that looks much better. So that worked out okay for that one. Let's go make sure that our horizontal ones are still good. Yep, the horizontal one's still fine. So these are good. So now we want the output from the image folder. So I think the autism ones now should be corrected. So yeah, that one lined up perfectly fine. This one is not going to laser etch very well though, because I can't do color. It would be cool if I could do color. Like I wonder if I could do the font in black and then figure out some way of like painting these puzzle pieces on there or something. That would be kind of cool. Like that one would be fine in just like black. Like some of these will do better, but like these puzzle pieces, it'll just be like totally filled in. Let's see what else we have in here. We got all the coffee signs. Some of these are really fantastic. A bad day with coffee is better than a good day without it. So this is pretty cool. We got Python to make us some custom signs for these templates. So if we go find our inspirational ones, there we go. One day or day one, it's your decision. So there's a picture of what this would look like in real life. I'm pretty stoked that worked. Royal Nomi, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. You can do puzzle pieces as shading fill. Yes, you can do shade fill. It's a little bit harder though. I mean, yeah, you can pull the ping graphic in. Thank you. We can pull the ping graphic into Lightburn and tell it to do different amounts of shading based on the color. So yeah, that is possible. I just haven't played around with that much, and I've only got a 5-watt diode laser, so getting into like lots of shades actually takes a fair amount of time on a 5-watt laser. I actually reached out to Taser to ask if I can buy just the 20-watt laser module. They've confirmed for me over Twitter, just in direct messages, that the laser module can just be swapped out for another laser module. Because I was asking them, like, can you send me the 10-watt and 20-watt laser modules, and I can do some comparison videos of like, here's what it's like with a 5 watt, 10 watt, 20 watt, and all I have to do is like swap the laser head out. And they're like, yeah, it will work. But they said that if they send me just a module and then send them the module back, that they can't resell it because it's used. So I reached out and I'm like, well, how much do you want for just the 20 watt laser module, or maybe the 35 watt laser module if that's also compatible? Because they're coming out with a 35 watt. So I want to get just like the 20 watt or the 35 watt, because then I'll be able to make these much faster than the 5 watt. Because these take 20 to 30 minutes per sign right now, and it would be done in a couple of minutes on a 20 watt. So I'm hoping they'll give me a decent price on just the module, because other competitors to them like Xtool, they sell just the module. So if you want to upgrade the laser to a stronger laser, you can buy just the laser module. The laser modules are consumable. On the diode ones, I thought the CO2 ones were consumable. I didn't know that the diode ones were. But ATASER doesn't list just the laser modules by themselves. They make it sound like you have to buy the whole unit. And I'm like, I don't need another whole frame. I just want the upgraded laser. But I was curious whether the laser modules were like universal enough that you could literally swap them out for any other laser module. That would be convenient. I could just go find anybody else's laser module and just pop it in there instead. But I don't know if the plugs are universally set up the same way. So I don't know. It would be really convenient if it were, for sure. Looking back at chat, RC was talking about Memcache denial of service. Server you could contact for data, it would respond with the data. It would go and say, here's a small file, send it to a list of addresses. Memcache would basically end up DDoSing things. Nice. Good times. Have a great stream. Thanks for coming by, Roll Nomi. Still have your stack of signs here. So all of these are going to Royal Nomi at Rocky Mountain Rep Rap Festival in a couple of weeks. Looking forward to meeting everybody there. So we'll see you in a couple of weeks for that. Storm's moving in. Uh-oh. Stay safe. Hope you stay safe and dry and warm and all that stuff. It should say the rating on the module. Well, it's not just the rating, but it's also the plug. Diodes wear out too, about 1,000 hours at 100%. I did not know that. It's good to know. Yeah, I debated a CO2 laser, but I don't think I need anything quite that powerful. Like I'm not cutting that much stuff. So we'll see. MTBF. Yeah, good to know. Mean time between failures. Good times. All right, cool. Well, we got our dynamic image generator going here. So yeah, some of these are sweeter than pumpkin pie. So I mean, some of these will be fine if I just do them as just like full black images or whatever on the wood. These ones are meant to have like a monogram in the middle, so some of these are going to look a little odd and funny. But it looks like we got everything we need to get started on building out our catalog here. Cool. So if we come back and we go back to the code, and we go look at that CSV file. So it did complain about a couple. Oh, and then it failed. After all that, it failed towards the end. Something on wait, a keyboard. Oh, wait. Oh, no, it's still going. I wish I could tell how many it had made by now. Actually, I can. I guess I can just scroll through this and see how many lines there are. There's like 700 or 800 images. We're up to 670, so it's pretty close to finished. So it's finished through soccer. So it's just working on the teacher quotes, and there's only a handful of those, and then it should be done. Looks like it just finished the rest of them. There's all the teacher quotes, and it took 10 minutes to generate all those dynamic images for us. Huzzah! All right. So if I do a git status, so I deleted all these old images, and I want to add all the new images instead. So I want to git add image, and I want to git add my wood sign. Oh, I'm also curious how big these images are. How big are these images that it made? Oh, dang, these things are like 2 megabytes each. 2 megabytes times 700 images is way more than Heroku will allow. So I might need to shrink these from 1500 down to something else. We might need to scale these down even more. Either that or tell the ping processor to compress them more, because these are going to be way too big. I do not want to add these to my Git. There's a method to use powder paint with low power laser to make color inlays. Yeah, that's true. I've seen some neat stuff with 20-watt lasers too, using different strengths on metal. Will actually color the metal based on the heat, which is kind of neat to see too. It won't do like every color, but you can do some different colors with that. Okay, so we need to go fix the size of these images because these images are enormous. So I wonder if we should make JPEGs instead of ping graphics. I wonder if that will... I wonder if I tell it to do it as a JPEG, if it will automatically compress. How can I tell? So I want to compress the ping image to save space. Yes, I want to compress the image to save space. How do I do that? Come on, Copilot. Ah, fail. You can make me go look up documentation. All right, compress a ping image in Python. Reduce the image resolution, therefore quality. I just want to compress the thing. Oh, optimize equals true. Imagine that. Ping format only supports lossless compression, for which the compression ratio is usually limited. There's a variable parameter. Okay, well, let's just try this optimize thing, see if that does anything for us. See if it makes these any smaller. So we'll go through, we'll run that again. Nope, it is not shrinking the files even a little bit. So that's not going to help. Shoot, do I have to make them JPEGs for that to happen? All right, ping graphics. Transparency mode, which I don't care about. Saving. Save method supports optimizes. If present and true, it instructs the ping writer to make the output file as small as possible. And it didn't change anything at all. There's still like 2.8 megabytes per image. So the only thing I'd be able to do... Oh, there's a compression level. There we go. 9 gives the best compression. Default is 6. All right, well, let's bump that up. So compressed level. Compressed level equals, we'll set it to 8. It'll be a little slower. We'll see what kind of impact that has for us here. Nope, doesn't like that. Oh, I need that to be ping, not JPEG. Let's try that again. So what I did is I added this compression level here, set it to 8 out of 9. Trying to run it again here. We'll see what kind of file sizes we're dealing with. it barely shrunk it at all. It shrunk them by like a couple of kilobytes, but they're still 2,805 kilobytes instead of like 2,870 kilobytes. So it's barely shrinking them at all. So let's switch this over to JPEG instead. There's a quality rating on here. We'll set that to like 75. And then I want to go through here and I want to do a find command where I find all of my ping graphics. But I want to do that in the image folder. I want to delete all of the old ping graphics. All right, so if we run this again, it should start making JPEG images for us, hopefully. Oops, 75. Nope. Why isn't it like that? Key error RGBA. Is it because I'm trying to make it as an RGBA file here at the beginning? All right, so what do I need to do from the documentation point of view to make a JPEG image? JPEG 2000. No, it should contain RGBA data. Well, it's JPEG 2000. Have you now? All right, let's just take out the alpha then. Remove the A. The hey listen is, yeah, there it is. You found it. Yeah, sorry I wasn't paying attention to chat. I will do better at paying attention to chat. Thank you, chat. All right, let's go run this again. Again, you missed the convert operation done before saving optimize. It didn't complain that time, though. It's working okay. Am I supposed to convert something? Because it's making JPEG files and they're nice and small. It's not going to complain. All right, well, let's go see what this actually does for us. Where is my documentation browser? Here it is. Let's go see what these look like. I mean, they're looking okay to me. And these are the JPEGs instead of ping graphics. So, oh, convert for ping. I mean, it didn't say I had to, so I'm curious. If you think there's a step that I'm missing, I'm happy to take a look at it. Note the convert operation for saving optimized. Oh, was there a convert operation that I was supposed to do on the ping? Okay, you are typing. I'm not typing. What optimize did was say, can I do anything to reduce the data size? And convert was used to change from a 256 color instead of a 32-bit color so we can save space. I see. Yeah, saving it as a 256 color would be a lot more optimized because these are just black and white on a wood grain. So we don't need millions of colors for that. So you think I could leave them as ping graphics? I mean, I don't care one way or the other if it's a ping graphic or a JPEG. But you simply called optimize, which said nope, 32-bit color. Okay. Stack Overflow had the convert, but you didn't do it. I see. Okay. Well, let's go take a look at. So saving. So was converting like a different step then? Convert, palette, adaptive. Oh, okay. Gotcha. So I need to do that and then the save. And then I could have kept it as a ping graphic. I mean, they're JPEGs now. So by using a palette, it's even smaller. Well, let's see. Let's try it. I mean, this only takes a couple of minutes to run. So let's try this out. Let's change that back to RGBA. Put that 255 back in. Set this back to ping. Down here. So we have the optimized true. So we'll do base image equals base image with the palette image adaptive color 256. Does that look okay? One benefit of using ping is you can alpha out the white background. So even though it's a square image, you get you can get non-square visuals on the page. Yeah, I thought about that, but some of them, because they did have color in them, I don't want that to end up transparent because that might look a little odd on the site. So I'm okay with keeping the white borders on there. You can't see the image results. Let me go through. Let me delete the old JPEGs. And I'll remake these as ping graphics, so bear with me as I go through this. Okay, so that finished. Let's go through and run this again. No, I wasn't showing it. I was just sitting on the browser there. Oops. So yeah, so I changed this back. I added the convert here. So that left the optimize as true. And if I come back and look at the files that this makes, they're bigger than the JPEGs. They're like 400 to 600 kilobytes, where the JPEGs were all coming in about 300 kilobytes. So some of these are still going to be twice the size. If these are on average 600 kilobytes for 700 files, that's about 400 megabytes, and Heroku allows 300 megabytes. So I'm probably going to have to go back to JPEG and keep the JPEG format. Just because they're going to be a lot smaller. And like I said, I'm less concerned over I'm less concerned over whether it's a ping or a JPEG, but Heroku on a free instance will only allow 300 megabytes of static data. So I need to keep it under that if I can. Ping tends to be larger, but it's lossless. Yeah, but I mean, these are just like approximations, and it's just, I mean, there's not a lot of loss that could even happen on these images because it's a wood grain. I mean, if that looks a little blurry, then okay. Like I'm not too worried about it. So yeah, so I'm just gonna leave this as JPEGs. Get in on the giveaway. We'll do this drawing here really shortly. Now that we got our CSV data being generated, once this gets finished, we'll get all this uploaded over to Wix. I'll get these pictures moved over to Heroku. We'll get those uploaded, and then we should be good to go. Oh, wait. Oh, I got to do the RGBA thing. Or the not RGBA thing. There you go. So yeah, these files are like 300, as small as 276, 288, as high as like 330, 340 kind of size. So yeah, I'm just going to stick with the JPEGs for now. Because from a quality point of view, like that looks totally fine. You still see all the wood grain. You still see all the you know, it's decently sharp enough to see on the screen. So I'm okay with that. Cool. And then in the CSV data, we actually have, oh shoot, it wrote that as a ping graphic though, not as JPEG. So I still need to go fix that. Yep, it needs to be JPEG over here. I could have just done a search and replace on the CSV file afterwards, but might as well make the computer do it. Cool. Well, that's going to take about 10 minutes to do, so let's go ahead and do the giveaway. Let's go have a look at how many people are in the giveaway. So if I do exclamation point giveaway. All right, so we only have 3 entries for the day. There's 8 people viewing on Twitch. There are a handful of people viewing over on Kick. We've got nobody watching on YouTube anymore. But there's at least 8 of you viewing on Twitch according to my analytics, and only 3 people entered the giveaway. All right, now 4 because 86 Carrera and Manor Mutant felt guilty about it. So now we should be up to 5 giveaway entries. So yeah, so spread out between all the streams so far, we've got 23 monthly entries from 20 users. So you've got a 1 in 23 chance of winning the big ice dragon at the end of the month. Manor Mutant says, hey, I just got here. Well, welcome. Where you been? Been streaming for an hour and a half. You're just showing up now? I see how it is. It's all good. Appreciate you coming by. So yeah, so we basically wrote some Python code to take all of these laser engraving images, overlay them on a wood plank for both horizontal and vertical mode, so we can get some images made. So we've got coffee ones like this. I must get up, my coffee needs me. Or we have them in vertical mode. If the question is coffee related, the answer is yes. So we basically had to figure out the scale of the image and like where to position it on the plank and all that kind of stuff and generate all those images. So now I can put all of these things up on a Wix catalog for people to, so when we do the giveaway, what I can do now is I can just send you the Wix catalog and say, you tell me what you want me to make you for the giveaway. And you'll go pick the image. I'll go zap that on the laser for you and I'll mail it. You're not seeing the browser. You're right. You're not seeing the browser. This is what we're going for. So we have horizontal ones and we have vertical ones. And basically we figured out exactly how to center these things horizontally and vertically to make these dynamic images. And once this whole thing is finished, it's still going. Once the whole thing's finished, we'll get everything uploaded over to Wix. It's about 2/3 done. It's working. It just finished up all the sarcasm ones. So if we come over here and we look at our image folder, finished all the way down to sarcasm. It's working on the fall images right now. Looks like it just finished all of those. Some of these would be really cool as like a really big sign as opposed to like the little 4" by 6". I got all the spring ones done. Cool if you're in Texas, I guess. Sunflowers. Yeah, the gnome one's kind of cool. So yeah, so you'll be able to go to the Wix catalog. Ooh, that one's neat. That one will look cool with the grayscale. If I can get that gold to do as a grayscale, or if I could do that hollow and just airbrush in the gold, that would be kind of neat. All right, we got all the soccer ones done. Got all the teacher ones done. I'm not bossy, I'm the teacher. All right, everything finished in 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. So doing the JPEGs is also way faster than the ping graphics. Even doing a decent amount of compression on the JPEGs, still was like a third of the time of ping graphics. So that's pretty cool. All right, so we got all that. So I'm going to go back over to Wix and we're going to upload that CSV file. So let me go over to my products. Come on, products. Import. Good times. Prep with tape, zap through the tape, then mask the other parts and spray. Yeah, that's a good idea, Alex. Cool. Well, it's going to go import 712 of those things into Wix, but none of the images are going to be there, so I got to hurry up and get these over onto Heroku. So I need to get status over here. We'll get all these pushed into my repo. So I'm going to git add wood sign and my image folder. And it should delete all the other ones that were there, so that should be fine. Why do I want to automate the heck out of this? Because automation would be really cool. I would love to automate, like, you go in, you pick what it is, and then have it, like, send everything over to the laser engraver. But that would mean having the laser engraver, like, having all the blanks down there all the time and knowing which one had already laser engraved and, like, move over to the next area. That would actually be pretty slick. Spray with clear first before doing a color, or bleeding is guaranteed. Yeah, I gotcha. Well, so Alex, I did do this one. This one was kind of fun. Let me switch over to the screen for a sec. So this is a laser cutout that I did. And then I found some cool, like, some glitter sort of pearlescent paint. And so I did this one with airbrush last night and put that together. So it's 3 pieces. So I spray painted them, I airbrushed them black, white, and then all the different colors. And it came out really, really neat. Like the sparkle filament that I used to do the 3D dragons, it looks a lot like that. So I was pretty excited that that's how it turned out, because it reminds me a lot of the 3D dragons that I do in the Amelin rainbow filament. All right, so let me get these things pushed up to Heroku. Git status, git add dash all. We'll remove all the other ones. Yes, I meant dash all. All right, so everything's imported over on Wix. It's just not going to show anything until we get the images pushed. So git status. Should show everything okay. Should show all the images. I'm just double checking this in my terminal to make sure that this is setting up properly. And then we'll get all this stuff pushed over to Heroku. I need to make sure that it's deleting the old ping graphics and SVG files and stuff like that. Wow, git status is taking a long time to think about that. All right, let's just get commit new JPEGs. All right, something's taking a very, very long time to process that. I suppose the delta of changing out 300 megabytes of binary data for another, couple of 100 megabytes of binary data is probably not a fast operation in Git. How big did that make all those images? Now I'm curious. So it was about 340 megabytes before. I'm going to pull this up now and see how much the JPEGs actually take up. Where's my properties window? Why won't that show me? And now Windows Explorers. having problems. Nope, no idea where that's coming or where it went. All right, well, we're pushing over to Heroku, and then it's got to deploy all that. So it'll be done pretty soon. It's about 25% finished uploading. And then we should start seeing those over on Wix. So let me drop the shop link for Wix for everybody, and you can go browse. You can browse it at least. There won't be any images there just yet, but I will drop the link at least. I'll drop it over on Kick. I will drop it over on YouTube's. So there's a link if you want to go check it out. They're all going to be just blank templates until the actual images start showing up on Heroku. About 85% done uploading, and then Heroku actually has to actually deploy it from there. So it'll take another minute or two, and then we should be good to go. All right, everything's finished uploading. Yes, hello. Hi, you want to come say hi to everybody? Oh gosh. Hi. Okay, I get to pick that up. Excuse me. Okay, now you can come up and say hi. Come on. All right. Yes, hello. Hello. Riker wanted to come say hello to everybody. Hello, Riker. Oh, how's it doing, huh? Now I got that song stuck in my head. Yeah, now I got that song stuck in my head. You're mean and scary. You're so mean and scary, aren't you? Yes, you are. Hello. All right. Riker strikes again for sure. He got lots of treats. So I've got like this Kong squeezable cheese thing that I put in an actual Kong toy for him. We call it a squeezy cheese, and he loves the squeezy cheese. This morning I surprised him. I actually sprayed whipped cream in his Kong instead, because I was going to go to Starbucks and I changed my mind. And in the past I've gotten him a puppuccino, which is just a cup of whipped cream. So I thought, well, I'm going to squirt whipped cream in his Kong, and he didn't know what to do with himself. Having whipped cream in his Kong instead of squeezy cheese, what was this all about? All right, so Heroku should be deployed. We come back and reload that product page. We have no images. All right, let me double check that the path of those files actually worked properly. So here is a URL for what the images are supposed to be. We'll see if these actually load properly. Yep, they load properly. So that worked. So they're all deployed on Heroku. But this doesn't actually show anything for me. So if I come back over to the browser, all I see are these blank template images. So we're not actually seeing the proper images here. So that's kind of a problem. So one thing that has fixed this in the past is if I do that import again, it'll update with all the exact same data. So it's going to change 712 existing products. See whether that works, because we know that the images individually work, but they're not showing up here. The other night when I was trying to get this working, I had to upload and download, or upload and delete these products like dozens of times, and eventually they started working. So it says the import's complete. If I click on a thing though, no image, which is super annoying, because if we come back over here and we reload, because I pulled up one of the coffee ones. If we look at the coffee, oh, there they are. So the coffee one's loaded that time. So the coasters might look a little odd because the coasters are meant to be like cut out like this. So the coaster ones are going to look a little weird, and probably these plant stakes are going to look a little odd as well. Yeah, they don't even load at all. It might take some time for Wix to kind of catch up and go, oh, these images are actually in place properly. So I also removed a couple of categories as well because there were some cancer awareness ones that were like many colors and different sizes and stuff, and they just weren't going to work well. So the beach ones work great. So yeah, there we go. Girls just want to have sun. Eat, sleep, beach, repeat. Seeing a lot more of them now. Yep, sweet. All right, so that works. So let's do a giveaway, shall we? So giveaway. Let's see how many entries we got. Anybody else get in on that giveaway? Only 5 entries. All right, well, you got a pretty good chance of being picked in the giveaway tonight. There's 10 viewers. I now see 10 people viewing on Twitch. Only 5 people in the giveaway. So do exclamation point giveaway. And you'll have the option of like going and picking any of these things out of the catalog, or if you want a 3D printed keychain with your name or something on it, or if you want a laser engraved keychain with something on it, let me know. While you're all, I'm going to give you all like another moment to do that, and I'll show you what some of the keychain engravings look like. Show you what some of those are going to be while we wait. Let's see, where are they? So, well, some of the keychains are, oh. Is that right? So apparently the keychains are all Christmas themed. I thought I had other ones that were not just Christmas themed. Okay. Well, never mind then. If you would like a 3D printed keychain with your name or something on it, I will do that. If you would prefer something out of the catalog that we just made, then you can do that. All right, let's see what this link is from RC Maniac. Please help me find the error. My gosh. Wow. That's pretty intense. I imagine somebody actually took the time to read through it and actually found the error on there too. Good times. All right, font strike again for sure. All right, so we're up to what, six entries now. I'm gonna go ahead and do the giveaway. Oops, giveaway daily. All right, our recipient is Man or Mutant. It's a good thing you showed up. So if you're still in chat, let me know you're still in chat. So I'll either make you like I'll custom design you a little 3D keychain with something on it. There you are. Or if you want to pick something out of that catalog, you're welcome to pick something out of the catalog, and I will make that for you. So let me put that catalog link back on the chat for you. There we go. Looks like it's picking everything up now for all those images. So yeah, you can go through and you'll be able to pick from a category. I pulled out a couple of them. I think it was just the mermaid one, and I think the cancer one. I think I took those out, but all the rest of them should still be in here. There's like nursing and teaching and stuff like that. Oh, they're not showing up, really? Come on. They'll show up eventually. So if you know a teacher or something like that, like if you know, you're going to school and the school year is ending soon, you want to get something for a teacher or something like that, you're welcome to pick one of those. So Man or Mutant, you'll have your choice of something from the catalog, or if you want a custom 3D keychain. The only thing you'll need to send me over Twitch is your name and your address, and then let me know what you want. So if you want a keychain, we'll talk about like, do you want a rectangle? Do you want an oval? What colors do you want? But if you want something engraved, then you can go through and eventually all the images will show up. I'm not sure why some of them aren't showing up yet. But yeah, the Coffee and the Sarcasm ones are definitely good. The Old Age ones are pretty good as well. Yeah, the Coffee ones are pretty funny. But yeah, I actually, oh man, the Sarcasm ones aren't loading for me. Are the Sarcasm images loading for anybody else, or is it just me that can't see these? I mean, I presume if Man or Mutant is looking at these, then you can see at least some of them. No Sarcasm photos? All right. I mean, the Coffee ones are showing up at least. Maybe Wix needs coffee. I don't know. Wonder if I delete them all. Let's do this. I'm gonna go clear. I'm gonna go clear out the things. I go to products. Let me delete them all and re-upload it and see if that fixes it. So I'm gonna delete all these. I'm gonna go delete those categories so the mermaid category doesn't show up anymore. There was a technical issue. Try again. All right. I wish these would show up in a checklist where you could like select more than one until it will delete all of these. The nice thing is it will dynamically create the categories when I do the upload. The other one was mermaids. I think all the rest of them had things in there. Yeah, the rest of them are fine. All right, so let's go back to products. Nothing there. We go import that file again. $712. We'll import 712. All right, while you're doing that, let me go find Airtable. And we will mark down that Man or Mutant was our recipient for today. So congratulations. If you're still in chat, you can still do exclamation point giveaway and get in on the monthly giveaway. So that's the nice thing about my giveaway. You can come in at any time and enter the giveaway as long as I'm streaming. If we've already chosen our daily recipient, you can still get an entry for the monthly giveaway. So you can still do Bang giveaway if you want an entry into the monthly giveaway. 86 Credit, good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. All right, so let's go back and we'll reload these, see whether these images are going to show up again. Now even the coffee ones are gone. What the heck, Wix? And I know they're on Heroku. It deployed fine to Heroku. Heroku didn't even give me a warning that they were taking up too much space anymore. So I know that all 700 of those photos are less than 700 megabytes of data. But honestly, what the heck? What the heck and heck? Go back to D drive, go to giveaway, go to image, properties. Yeah, it shrunk from about 340 megabytes down to about 210 megabytes. Well, technically 201 megabytes, 212 million bytes. So it shrunk it down by a third, which is great. So plenty of room on Heroku. We know that they're loading on Heroku. Like I can literally pull up any of these URLs out of the CSV file. Like this one for Old Age. And that loads just fine. So like that image loads totally okay. If I go back over to old age, I'm curious whether 1978 shows up now, because we manually loaded that one. Nope. So there's something about their import thing that's not always working correctly. Because this happened to me the other night, where I had to like re-upload that CSV file like a dozen times before it finally worked. And I made sure to follow all their documentation for which fields you needed. And as soon as I went in and I like made sure that I had all the fields, I uploaded it again, and like a couple of minutes later, they all worked. And for some reason, like doing it, some of them showed up, some of them didn't. Removing them all, like they were all missing or something. I don't know. Oh, it said something about we're importing all the images in the background. So I wonder, shoot, are they adding all of the, like, are they grabbing copies of all the images, or are the images? I would have thought the images were linking directly to Heroku, not that it's grabbing them off of Heroku. Like if it's actually going to Heroku and grabbing all of the images to save locally, that seems like kind of a waste of processing time. But maybe that's why it eventually worked, because it just took a long time for them to actually go import all these things. Anyway. All right, well, hopefully overnight they'll work their way out. So, Mannermutant, keep an eye on it over the next, I guess, 10 hours. Maybe try in the morning. See if the images will be there. So, like, keep that open in your browser or whatever for the night, and check it in the morning. Let me know which one of these you'd like me to laser engrave for you, and I'll get that made up and sent out to you. And again, send me your name and your address and like which of these designs you want. Just send me the name of the thing, or like whatever the product ID is. I can look it up from there. If you had a service that had to deal with media files, you'd probably have your own CDN and make sure it's not someone else's issue. Yeah, exactly. Like I would want these images to be serving off of the URL that I put in the CSV file. Like I thought that's why it was asking for a URL, because I thought this would have actually been loading from that URL. But apparently it's not. Like if I come in here and try and inspect this, it's literally just an SVG of this picture of like a package with a bow on it. And what's funny is they tell you that CSV images aren't supported, and yet they show you a CSV image right here. So it's like, well, you can support SVG. You're just choosing not to let me use SVG for whatever reason. What's this tweet supposed to do? Oh, okay. So you can actually share these things on social media. How fancy is that? What's this one? Is that WhatsApp? I don't even use WhatsApp. If any of you are on WhatsApp and you want to help promote this stuff, that'd be fantastic. Or Pinterest. I stay away from Pinterest myself. But yeah, I still have to get still get some other images uploaded, because I got some of these uploaded, but there's still a lot of placeholder images on here. I need to go in and fill this stuff in. But I wanted to show like some of the other things that I've made. And then 3D design, I want to show like some of the Tinkercad stuff that I've made, and like pictures of like the design and the actual thing that I've built. Toys and display pieces. This will be like the dragons and stuff like that. Cosplay, I'm still trying to get the Voron working. Over here, I was able to print a small version of I forget whose design it was. I think it was Flexi Factory. They made like the little mech dinosaur, mech T-Rex. That printed beautifully. I downloaded a fresh copy of Prusa Slicer, told it to pull this thing in and print it, and it came out wonderful. I mean, I don't know if the claw is actually supposed to move on that one. It kind of looks like it's maybe hinged. I can't really tell. But like the tail moves and the legs move and the head moves. Like it's a flexible toy. This thing works perfectly. It stands upright, and it printed much better than the last time I tried to do like a really large version of the Imperial Dragon, because I owe somebody like a giant Imperial Dragon from Pi Day. But there were also several other people that came by, and they were chosen as recipients for other 3D engraved things or laser engraved things, and I never heard back from them. I've pinged them saying, give me your name and your address and I'll send the thing to you. I've got them sitting here on my desk, and I never heard back from 3 or 4 people. So, oh well. Have Zombie look at your phone. Yeah, I'm going to bring it to Rocky Mountain. Because apparently I need to rewire something too. Something about the thermocouple isn't working right. SVG needs special CSS to load in the browsers. They're just not letting you access that bit. Could be. What happened with Pinterest? Oh, just Pinterest is like, it's kind of a spammy site. Like you have to log in to do like literally anything on Pinterest. Even to view somebody else's Pinterest stuff, you have to log in. It's annoying. All right, so that's all on. Mark all is red. See whether any of this stuff is actually showing up yet. I kind of want to go check my Heroku logs and see whether something is actually scraping in the images, if they're trying to reprocess them in some way and like making their own thumbnails or something. But I would have thought that like whatever image I give, that they would just do like the height and width for this thumbnail view. And if I click through to actually see that image, that it would show like a larger thumbnail. And if you click on this, it would show like the full size version of it or something. But I don't know what they're doing in the background. They don't really document what they're trying to do with it. So I don't know. Sarcasm ones are starting to load. All right. Well, those are the important ones. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited that the dynamic image thing worked. So yeah, like going from here gives you a slightly bigger thing, and if you click on it again, then it gives you like the full size version of it. So yeah, I would have thought that they would have just given you the I thought they would have just given you like a link to the image URL that you give them in the CSV file. But I wonder if they're actually going and scraping them. So old age ones are showing up. Yeah, so the plant stake ones look a little odd. Like normally these would be completely cut out and like filled in or whatever. Are they all loading now? Oh, it looks like they're all in there now. There you go. Coffee, teach, repeat. Sounds like my day. Some of these are good. I kind of want to print off a whole series of these and just drop them off at my kid's school. So we already looked through these. Old age. Old age ones are showing up. So we got all the different years. I guess they all do say age to perfection. I thought they had different things. Because looking at more recent years, oh, here we go. Yeah, so it does change at some point. Changes after 1990. No, wait. No, all the years are actually just age to perfection. I thought I saw some that were different than that. Anyway. Grumpy Old Man Club, founder and member. Some of these would make really good t-shirts too. So I actually own these designs. So if anybody's ever interested in making a t-shirt, let me know. I'll see if I can order a t-shirt for you. So yeah, so Man or Mutant, these should all be loaded up. So have a browse through here, and if you want anything, let me know. Just send me the name of the thing, or send me the link. Send me the link to the thing that you want, and I'll get those zapped up for you. Alex says, I note this has one thing missing from the finished product: rounded corners. Yes, you're right. So the wood frame picture that I found was just like it was square. It didn't have the rounded corners. But yeah, the actual thing that you get will have rounded corners on them. Unless I can find some blanks that don't have rounded corners. Some of these blanks are really badly warped. So I left a very mixed review on Amazon because they were supposed to be 4 inches by 6 inches, and they were pretty close. They're actually 100 centimeters by 15, or 100 millimeters by 150 millimeters, which is close to 4 by 6, but not exactly 4 by 6. So yeah, but I would like to get some that were actually flat. I debated whether soaking them and then like putting them under weight would actually flatten out the ones that were like really badly bent. Because I mean, they're like, some of them are like really warped on the corners, and some of them are like kind of bowed in the middle. And I thought, maybe if I just soak them down and press them with like a lot of weight, you can trim the rounded corners in the code. I could. Don't really want to. It works. I don't want to have to like upload all these images and wait for them to load again. Although I'm curious, if I change the images on Heroku, does it actually change these images? So now I want to go back in and inspect this to see whether this image is actually coming from Heroku or not. So open image in new tab. Nope, they're making their own copy of it. They went and grabbed my image and they made their own copy of it. Because it looks like they've got their own height and width parameters and stuff in here. That's interesting. I would have hoped that they would have just linked to my image, because now if I go change this, I've got to go re-import that thing for them to go process that image again, which is kind of annoying. RC says, I meant, hey, some person's complaining about how their images aren't showing. It's because they didn't set the permission for S3 and they complained and wanted a refund for 4 hours. Yeah. And when you're paying like $10 a month, that refund for 4 hours is like, all right, well, here's your 50 cents. Not even 50 cents. Coffee scrubs and rubber gloves. My mom would probably get a kick out of those. My mom was a nurse for a while. I was thinking about ordering some bamboo cutting boards and like etching some of these on those and like offering those to some friends. And many have eaten here, few have died. That would be a good one to do it for sure. But yeah, I'm a little disappointed. I thought they would have just linked to my image instead of grabbing a copy. Wonder if I can talk to them about that, because I may want to go in and update these. But like, in order to update all of these, I had to go delete them all, re-import, and then wait for them to like actually re-import all those images all over again. It's kind of annoying. Like, there didn't seem to be a good way to just say like, hey, go pull all those images again. Anyhow. Excuse me for yawning. Cool. I think that's pretty much it. Still got a couple of viewers over on Kick, so thanks for hanging out on Kick. Feel free to throw me a follow over there if you're following over there. Nobody else hanging out on YouTube. We did get a like on YouTube, so hey, there's that. I bet there's an option to use dynamic links. I mean, it would be nice if there was. When you go into the thing in here, though, the image setup on here, it looks like you add images and you actually upload the image to them. So like, there's not even a place in here to say like, give me the dynamic, like give me the URL for where you want the image, which makes me think that they're only ever going to process an image and like store their copy. So it's coming off of their CDN maybe. But yeah, maybe it's like on one of the higher paid plans or something like that. I've got like just the bare minimum like e-commerce site kind of plan. And then I found like a 50% off coupon on top of that. So it's not like I paid a ton of money to get this e-commerce site up and running, but at least it's there. And if people want to order these for reels, they can. But in the meantime, for those entering the giveaway, if you want something laser engraved, you now have a site that you can go peruse the catalog and let me know what you'd like me to laser engrave for you. Cancel. All right, so we got all of that done. I don't want to save that anymore. We got all that finished. Cool. Well, felt like a productive evening. Let's go see who else is hanging out on the Twitch tonight. Let's see, we got Chrissy Codes, Astro Canuck. Let's see who else is on here. All right, I have us a raid target. So we're going to go raid over to Madeline. We've raided over to Madeline's channel in the past. So anybody that ever raids into my channel, I put you in a separate giveaway, and I actually picked Madeline. Well, the bot picked Madeline. So if you ever raid into my channel, I'm going to put you in a separate giveaway, and I'm going to draw out of that giveaway once a quarter. So anybody that raids in my channel, you'll get added on that. And if we end up with more raids, I'll make it more frequent. But for now, we're going to do like once a quarter. Patrick W3D is on. Yeah, so on Tuesdays when I'm doing coding, I like to raid into another coder. So Thursday when I'm doing maker stuff, I would raid into another maker. But I like to kind of keep the theme kind of rolling for the night. So I think we'll raid over to Madeline and say hi over there. So we'll set that up. We will also do my raid command. So do me a favor, grab this raid dad joke. In America, using the metric system can get you in legal trouble. No, that one's kind of dumb. Oh, I get it. Using the metric system, I get you in legal trouble, like kilos of drugs and so on. No, I don't want join. I want a raid command. Man walks into a bar. Bartender says, "What do you want?" Man says, "Just some fruit punch." If you want punch, you're going to have to wait in line. The man looks around, but there's no punchline. That's a perfect dad joke right there. Do me a favor, grab that dad joke, and we'll raid over to Madeline. So go ahead and copy that. Paste it in chat here if you want to verify that you're going to paste it okay. And we'll catch everybody over in Madeline's stream. Madeline's been going for about 2 hours. So we'll go right over there. We'll say hello for a little bit. And we'll catch everybody on Thursday. My Prusa Mark IV should be in, so I'm hoping to unbox that and get some prints going on the Mark IV. So we'll see you on Thursday for that, and then Sunday for more resume reviews and all that good stuff. So we'll catch y'all later on. Bye-bye.